Alright, well, it looks like it's holding now. I don't know what that was, but that was really annoying. Alright, well, at least it looks like everything's under control now. I hope. Okay. I think we're good to go. Upon hearing this, I sigh and close my eyes.
It might be to make you all suffer. If they led you to believe your friend betrayed you, it would make this all the more painful. There's some truth to that, but it seems too simple a motive to warrant this elaborate of a disturbance.
He's wrong. If the motive is somehow connected to Labrys's memory, which had been incomprehensible because it's completely understandable, my conclusion must have shown through on my face as Shirogane trails off in understanding. That moment came, something like a touch, and it's a sensation I haven't felt since entering this world, but yet I know this feeling. It's the effect of being brushed by a persona's informational support powers.
This feeling. Rise-san. Rise-san, can you hear me?
Hinata-kun? So you ended up here too?
The voice that echoes is much like the voice heard over the PA system, but it's quite different. The announcements must have been part of the culprit's tricks. The Rise's voice immediately turns query.
I'm so glad. Ever since this weird fake Teddy kidnapped me, I've been all alone. The others are fighting each other too.
It's all right. Just calm down and tell me where you are.
I think it's the announcement room. It's kind of off though. There are these invisible walls around and I can't get out. The fake Teddy was watching me until a moment ago, so I couldn't use my persona.
She seems to have been under the General's close watch, limiting her chances to use her persona. As soon as the General stepped out from when she sees the opportunity to contact Shirogane.
You're in the announcement room now, yes? I'm headed straight there, so stay put.
Huh? Who's that?
She sounds extremely confused. I have temporarily forgotten that my equipment prevents me from being detected by Persona's abilities to an extent. I prepared after facing an enemy with similar powers once before. It works by making my presence difficult to detect unless they know me well and recognize my signature. Shirogane senses her confusion as well and introduces me to her. His introduction is accurate yet concise. I can see he's a first-rate detective.
Mitsuru Kirijo. Wait, Kirijo? Are you that Kirijo?
Yes, that's correct.
The CEO?
Not quite. I am the founding family.
You hired me for a commercial before. Oh, crud. Thank you very much for your patronage.
A commercial?
Oh, yes. I'm Rise Kuchikawa. I'm a classmate of the others you met, but I'm also kind of a starlet, and, it's hard to explain.
Rise-san, that can wait. There's no knowing when our adversary will return.
Oh, all right.
Fujikawa said that she was captured, but why would they treat her differently? I suspect it was to block communication. If we could speak freely as we just did, their whole scheme would collapse.
2 streams in one day? Yeah, right? More like
So
trying to
that's
get
why
this shit
Teddy
to
and
work
Rise-san were the
because
hosts.
YouTube is just like, nah, we don't want your stream.
What do you mean? The real Teddy has a similar power. That's why those two were taken separately. Not only that, but by acting as the two who had disappeared, the enemy thought it could portray them as traitors. Though it appears that Teddy managed to escape on his own somehow.
How come I'm the only one fake Teddy is watching over personally? Sheesh.
You have the most powerful investigative persona. They must have had to take greater pains with you.
I think we're keeping this going too long. We've exchanged what we know already, so I'm gonna shut down the comms link. Be careful, you guys.
I face Shirogane once again.
We are responsible for this case. Rescuing the ones who've been dragged into it is part of our mission. Besides, she's another of your friends, isn't she? All the more reason for me to go save her.
He makes a small gesture of searching for the right words. I've taken some time to make up his mind. He looks me in the eye once more.
You're quite prepared for this. It would be unfair of me not to tell you
And please stop. Oh no. Please stop. And the stream's dying again. Stop. Stop.
Please hear me out. The reason I came here was to...
You're a real straight arrow.
I cut him off
You're
intentionally.
very proud to be a detective, no? I can see it in your eyes. You would never sell out your beloved justice. If you've done nothing to be ashamed of, that makes us even. I I haven't been entirely forthright with you either.
Kirijo-san. It seems I still have much to learn.
Oh, I just need to get through this. Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why it's doing this all of a sudden. There's no reason for it. I'm just going to try to push through and finish Mitsuru's story. And if it lags, I'm sorry. But I don't know what's going on. I guess just tonight's not a good night to stream. But we're already pretty much at the end of it. So I'm just going to push through. So just deal with the... Please deal with the lagginess until the end, just so at least I can finish this. Despite what I say, I can make an educated guess to his two motives. He's a persona user. That means the police selected as their observer someone with the potential. If his only test was to watch over and transfer, there'd be no need to send a persona user. You're leading me to believe that he's been asked to secretly spy on me or my organization. But we have nothing to hide anymore. There's many things that shouldn't be made public, but I'm sure his judgment is sound.
Well then, I will once again entrust my friend's safety and the resolution of this case to you in honor of the bond we are forming, Mitsuru Kirijo.
I promise that I will not let you down.
Smile back at him and move on without looking back. I know there's something up ahead I must atone for. There's no hesitation in my steps. I reach the third floor. After cheering a corner and going on for a while, calmly comes into view the announcement room. This is where Kujikawa is supposed to be.
Are you Kirijo-san? Kirijo?
As I open the door, two students greet me. One of them is the voice I heard through my persona, Kujikawa, I presume. The other is a girl I didn't see on the video.
Hang tight, Miss President. We'll be okay now that help's arrived. Kirijo-san, this girl got dragged into this mess too. We have to help her before that general comes back.
So you're Kujikawa? Sorry, but I'll need you to step back.
Huh?
I turn to face Miss President.
We meet at last. Astounding. You really do look human, but you're not, are you? Labras.
The girl jumps at hearing this. Kujikawa still looks unsure, but I can't drag her into this. I place myself between her and Labras.
Huh? What do you mean she's not human? Isn't she a victim who got dropped inside the TV?
Labras being a victim is one way to see it, but if what I've learned thus far is accurate, then the ones who set up this Grand Prix is most likely...
Labras. Our records show that you were loaded with special equipment, undoubtedly a function that affects thoughts and scrambles recognition. That's why we saw and heard illusions whenever we fought. It would also explain General Teddy's appearance, and those who met you believing you to be human.
Special equipment? Labras? What are you talking about?
Labras' protestations of ignorance sounds as if she's in denial about something she already knows. It's tragic, hearing the desperation of her voice.
I'm sure the reason why you captured two people with analytical personas wasn't just to keep them from interfering with your design. I came to a realization when I noticed I was the only one who sensed that noise. An analytical persona's searches clash with your ability. They dispel illusions, so you needed to confine them. You feared that if they caught you off guard and used their persona's ability, this would happen.
Then I summon my persona Artemisia. Just as I expected, noise immediately runs across Labras' body. It's exactly the sensation I felt before on each round in the tournament. Artemisia cancels out the force and scrambling her senses, and the illusion begins to wear off. Little by little, the facade fades away. Good night, Clint, and her true appearance emerges.
No! What's going on? This can't be.
What was your motive, Labras? Was it revenge in the end? I can understand why you hold a grudge. I caught glimpses of it on the way here. But your hatred should be centered on the Kirijo group. Why drag innocent students into your vendetta?
Kirijo group? No. I don't want to remember. Never again. Miss President, Kirijo-san! She seems to be in a lot of pain. I don't know exactly what's going on here, but you can't push her any further.
That moment, Labras grabs the equipment on her back that I had mistaken for wings. It suddenly separates, transforms into a giant battle axe that's louder than she is.
Miss President?
Get back! Hurry!
Labras approaches one step at a time, her axe at the ready. Her steps are halting, but she's moving with battle clearly in mind.
The injunction against harming humans has been removed? I see. No wonder she was sealed away.
I heard Kujikawa pleading.
Is there no other choice but to fight?
I won't let you do any more damage, Labras. It's me you want.
Shut up! Shut up! I ain't like that!
I'm really sorry, guys. I'm so pissed off that this is happening.
I...
Labris remained still. I can hear her mutter denial. She didn't use a persona, but it's possible that her mental instability prevented her from doing so. It might have been a blessing in disguise.
I don't intend to turn a blind eye to the sins committed against you. That is why I must bring you back.
Labris is the mastermind, not only of this tournament, but maybe of the entire incident from the beginning. What if Labris was never stolen, but instead escaped? Considering her powers, it's possible she deluded the ordinary human hijackers. There's no knowing when Labris regained her consciousness inside her cage. What if she hadn't awakened on opening it? What if she was already conscious inside there? She had been sealed for roughly 13 years. More than enough time to formulate a plan.
If that was indeed the case, it'd make more sense for this to be a plan devised by Labris, rather than an unknown party suddenly stealing her away. I can't imagine how much resentment such a small, artificial body could. Tragic mastermind.
Huh? Mastermind? You got it wrong, Kirijo-san. That girl's not...
Kujikawa calls out from behind me. Just as she does, I feel an intimate threat rushing towards my back.
What?
I turn around surprised. It can't be.